Hey YouTube, this is Eric with Roddin Country. I'm bringing you another country portion of my channel, and like I said in a video before, we're going to start doing some positive videos of law enforcement, the good things that they do. So stay tuned, we're going to get started right after this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started today. The first story that I'm going to bring you, the first video of the good things that police do, comes out of Columbus, Ohio. Some of you may have seen this video or seen this article. Some of you may have not. I'm going to post some pictures of the officer and the gentleman that he saved. The title of the article, and this is coming from CBS News, "Man Meets Officer Who Saved Him from Drowning Nearly 20 Years Ago." Now, I know this doesn't reflect on current times, but we're getting started, and this shows the actual good side of what police officers actually do. Okay, the article says, Chris Jones says he wouldn't have been alive today if it weren't for a man he knew only as Officer Poole. Jones, now 24, has been replaying the tragic day that happened 19 years ago over and over in his head. When he was 5 years old, the Columbus, Ohio native had a near-death experience. That summer, he accidentally slipped into a deep end of a pool at an apartment complex. Several residents pulled him out of the water, but it wasn't until police officer James Poole arrived that he was given CPR. The officer literally brought him back to life. "He got me to breathe again, my heart going again, the water up and out," Jones described to CBS News. Jones said he blacked out the majority of that day, but he does remember the words his mom first spoke to him when he woke up in the hospital. "Officer Poole pulled you out," she said. "He's the reason you're here." The family tried to get a hold of the officer right away to thank him, but they were unsuccessful. Years had passed, but Jones never forgot the officer's name. "He's my guardian angel here on this planet. Without him, I wouldn't exist." So when Jones happened to see the familiar name pop up on the Columbus Division of Police Facebook page last month, he reached out. "It has been so many years," Jones said. "I thought he might be retired 10 or 15 years prior." Sure enough, he found the right guy. An officer who runs the police department's Facebook account helped him arrange a surprise meeting between the pair. Poole thought he was just doing a story on what it's like to be a chief learning officer. Little did he know he was about to meet someone who he changed the life of, and someone whose life he had changed as well. Jones said he felt so anxious before the meeting, it was like a little kid waking up on Christmas. Finally, he walked into the room, tapped Poole on the shoulder, and said, "Remember me?" But as soon as Jones started to explain something clicked, Poole immediately gave him a big hug. "Wow," he whispered. Jones choked back the tears. "Because of you, I'm still here. Because of you, this 5-year-old little girl is here," said Jones, pointing toward his daughter. Poole turned, looked at the young girl, and smiled, and said, "I was just doing my job." That is an absolute outstanding story. There's so much on the media today that are the negatives toward law enforcement. A lot of times whenever you dial 911 and you have an emergency in your home, the police are the first ones there. They're already out on the road, they're probably in your neighborhood, they're there quick. This officer, who didn't know this little boy, jumped in and done CPR and saved his life, and allowed him to grow into a young man with a little daughter. This is what our law enforcement men and women do every day. It never goes without, it always goes without praise, unseen, unknown. Officers never ask for praise. That's not why they're doing the job. But it gives them a reason to get up every day, put the uniform on, and go to work. They don't go out hoping to end somebody's life, cause them to have a bad day, put them in jail, nothing like that. And they don't go out expecting to be the hero. They just hope that if something bad does happen, they're able to respond and react quickly and swiftly to end whatever bad time that you're having that caused you to call 911. They're counselors, they're friends, they're listeners, they're saviors, and to this young man right here, a guardian angel. The problem is this: nobody takes the time to get to know a police officer. They just see them drive up and down the road in their cruiser, sitting on the side of the road running their radar, thinking they're trying to catch a speeder. They see them on the news in their riot gear and their SWAT gear, things like that, and that's all they ever see. They never take the chance or the opportunity to just walk up to one and introduce yourself. My family and I went to a baseball game, actually in Cincinnati, Ohio, and there was a group of police officers there, and my daughter is 16 years old. And I said, come on, let's go say thank you. So we walked over to them, didn't know them from anybody, and I reached out my hand. I said, I want to say thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for putting your life on the line for people you don't even know. And my daughter done the same. They were taken aback just a little bit because they're not used to that. They're used to being cussed at, spit at, just antagonized. Folks, those people made a choice to become a police officer. They wanted to make a difference. The things that you're seeing on TV today with Charlotte, Ferguson, things like that, that was nothing that law enforcement done to cause that. Now, with the shooting in Tulsa, I don't know all the ins and outs of that. That will be dealt with. The shooting that happened in Charlotte, that will be investigated. There's a reason we have a criminal justice system in place. I don't know anybody that's in those riots in Charlotte that are qualified as an investigator, that know the law, that understands the law, and know how it works. So here we have an officer in Cincinnati, Ohio, that just so happened to be at the right place at the right time. And I can assure you this, that changed that officer's life that day as well. It changed that little boy's life. It changed the officer's life. It changed the family's life. So I'm going to put some pictures up, and it's going to be going on while I'm doing this, probably right over in here. Could be over here, there. I'm trying to figure out this whole thing anyway. But we're going to end it there. Keep this one a little bit short. This is the first installment of what police officers are here to do, and how you should view your police officers. When you see one, when you see a police officer out there, say thank you. Just walk up to them. I promise you, they won't tase you, they won't shoot you, they won't bite you. Just walk up to them and say thank you. If you're a criminal, just follow orders. I promise you, if you've done nothing wrong, it'll be a short, sweet conversation, and you'll go right on. So to all you men and women in blue, thank you. May God look over you, and may the citizens of your city support you. I pray for you, and I know millions of others pray for you every day. So God bless everybody. You have a wonderful day. And before I sign off, I do want to add this, and this is off of the law enforcement thing. This page has grown like crazy, and I want to thank each and every one of you who subscribe to my channel. The subscribers that's been with me for a while, and all the new ones that I've picked up. I'm new to YouTube, doing this type of of videos, and it's going to continue to be like these type of videos, but I also do some outdoor videos as well. That's hence the title, Rod and Country. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching these. I really don't understand why you want to hear me ramble and talk, but I want to do everything that I can, everything in my power, to bring you the positive side of law enforcement. And hopefully, if the Lord blesses me and this grows, I can get some better camera gear and get outside and do some outside work as well. Pretty much what I have now is I'm kind of stuck right here, but it does a good job. And if the Lord seems to think I can do it with this, hey, I'm going to give it a shot. But I want to bring you guys the video of officers the way it should be shown. So God bless. This is Eric with Rod and Country. Until next time, be careful, stay safe, and love your family.